Sup, nerds? This is Quinton, and this is Just Out the Seat. I just saw Sicario, and wow, was I blown away. Uh, Crime, drama, thriller. Uh, Pretty bloody, really political, really strong dialogue, and a heavy plot about like the morality of law enforcement when things get to the point where just normal means aren't dealing with the problem too much. It really reminded me kind of Gotham. If you've seen the show Gotham, it's takes a similar perspective uh, on crime. Like crime is so out of hand, you have to go above and beyond what's usually socially acceptable, sorry, politically acceptable. Um, Breaking the law to enforce the law, I guess. And Emily Blunt plays the main character, not in Gotham, sorry, in the movie I'm talking about. And she is the most morally grounded character in a way most audience members are going to jive with. You're probably going to be on her side for the entire, if not most of the movie. And I'm not going to ruin anything, but it really challenges you morally yourself. Because when you're put into the position of these characters, you might ask yourself, what would I do? And I think movies that ask that question are very important. I think Sicario is pretty important because it has to do with the Mexican drug cartel, something that is still an issue today. I think that it can draw attention to the issue, not to say that we haven't seen on the news and everything, but emotionally how it's affecting people's lives and not just the lives of, let's say, Americans caught in the crossfire or law enforcement trying to fix things. It's also kind of showing the emotional impact of people who actually live in Mexico and the people who have to live, you know, basically next door to drug cartels or people who work for them, and what people have to do to survive considering the environments they live in. And that last thing I said applies to not just people living in neighborhoods controlled by cartel, but also people trying to do right through law enforcement. Beautiful performances, made me cry at the end, but also kind of like an anger cry, not just like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. It was like, what do you call it, like justifiable anger. Like it really made me want to like fix the world, you know? I don't know if that's gonna make everyone feel that way, but it's a really, really dark thriller. I definitely think there are certain people who are gonna have moments where they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is boring," because there are a lot of just wide shots and establishing shots, and just lots of room to breathe. There are moments where no one's talking, there's not a lot of movement, and you're just left to meditate on what you see before you. And I think that that's important. And of course, for people who just need their violence, there is violence in this movie. It's pretty grotesque, but it's not very entertaining in like oh, I'm watching an awesome shootout sort of way. I mean, it's way more realistic in terms of how a shootout would actually go, most of the film, I'd say. But a lot of it is just like cringe. Definitely makes you cringe. And it's not like a lot of the people in the film. I was actually going to say something that was probably going to be a spoiler, so I'll just shut up. I definitely think you guys should see it. It's probably not going to be in theaters for much longer. It is an indie film. I know it won some awards at film festivals, or at least one film festival. I believe it was a Canadian Film Festival before it got its theatrical release. So I don't know if it's already been on your radar because of that, but it was already on mine. Sorry if my language is not great today. Funny thing, you might points by a Walking Dead cast member or ex-cast member in a part of the movie. And I was very happy. I'm always happy when I see a Walking Dead cast member or ex-cast member in a movie. Although that's neither here nor there. That's just a nerd part of my brain. Aside from that, I guess this is going on just longer than I thought it was. I hope the noise pollution from what's right outside these walls didn't bleed into the video too much. And I hope you don't. I hope you do not resent me for keeping myself in the golden section the whole video. And if you know what the golden section is, kudos to you, and leave it in the comments to let everyone else know what it is. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I hope you see a lot of great movies and sad ones.